from CFC Fan TV. This is our FA Cup final preview. It's Chelsea versus Man United, or is it Man United versus Chelsea? Chelsea versus Man
Wembley,
United.
so
well, yeah, but I'm going to say Chelsea.
Yeah,
first team is in
Chelsea
forward.
first, yeah.
Yeah. Huge game. Listen, I want to be as unbiased as possible in this preview.
Why?
Well, because
what good does that do us?
Because I'm sick of being like, yeah, you know, we can do it, and then seeing a performance that we did against Huddersfield or Newcastle, it sort of ruins the day.
You know.
Listen, I'm going to start off the conversation by saying I don't think our chances are super up there.
I can see what you're saying, and I do agree with you, but it's a cup final. You've got to be positive, and look, form suggests that it's going to be a really tough game for Chelsea, but the other thing we do know about Chelsea, as we saw against Liverpool, as we saw against Barcelona at home, as we saw against Atletico Madrid, I'm running out now.
Yeah.
We can do it on the day.
Yeah.
And if, you know, you'd like to think that Conte would like to sign off his reign with a trophy, you'd like to think these players, who most of them have been an absolute disgrace, and their quality and their integrity has been called into question all over the place this season, you'd like to think that they had enough about them to go, look, we win the FA Cup here, we finish this really dodgy season with a trophy, and you know, maybe we can look back on this slightly more fondly and regroup for next season. Yeah,
it's been one of the worst seasons I can remember anyway. I remember we're not finished 10th, I mean, like before, but the inconsistency of it, it's just been a little bit hard to sort of follow. It's been almost very hard to follow. People ask what our form has been. Well, I mean, at times I've seen us play some very good football, like at Liverpool. We're playing against the likes of Mo Salah, and we managed to keep a clean sheet. And then you see us lose against Huddersfield and 3-0 to Newcastle, and you think, what on earth's going on? I think the thing that concerns me the most about this fixture is that Mourinho is I think he's very well organised. I think he definitely is going to have more than a plan A. He's going to have a plan B, he's going to have a plan C. Does Conte have a plan B? Because not only do we not really have the players...
I'm not sure his plan A is working too well at the minute, but there you go.
I know, that's what I mean, but Mourinho's going to have all this figured out. Does Conte have it figured out?
Well, I mean, the stat Raw keeps bringing up is that Mourinho doesn't lose cup finals, and Conte has never ever won one. And of course, we went into this game this time last year, and the mentality was very, very much different. Yeah. It was, you know, I remember being in the pub at Marylebone before the game, and everyone was so confident. It wasn't even a question. Well, I mean, the conversation was, where should we go out afterwards when we win? And obviously Arsenal beat us, and we didn't turn up, and you know, and it's like if we don't turn up this time around, bear in mind the Arsenal game was a bit of a shock. If we don't turn up on Saturday, then we really are replacing.
No, listen,
United have my leg.
Yeah. great feeling on the side of the road. Listen, United have got some fantastic players. You know, the thing about Chelsea for me is that when I know we've had some really good results against the likes of Atletico Madrid and Liverpool, but when the pressure really matters at Wembley, for some reason I myself never go into this thinking, yeah, you know, we've got the better team, we're going to win. Because
we ain't got the better team.
No, we ain't got the better team. Like, things just happen.
But no, look, we still have quality players. You know, Man United have arguably failed to deliver this season as well. They've had some really, really dodgy results. Yeah. So look, I mean, we need things to go our way. That is without question. We need to play the best we can, and we need Man United to have a little bit of an off day. But come on, we can do it.
Yeah, well, Charlie seems to think so. Right then, Charles, with that said, should we play some bets?
Let's do it.
Okay. We're delighted to be partnering with BetBall for this preview. The link is in the description below. It's a fantastic app, and with all the football with the World Cup coming up, you don't want to miss out. So, Charles, talk us through your predictions for the FA Cup final.
Well, I've been having a look through BetBall, trying to find out what we're going to do. There's a lot of independent tipsters on BetBall kind of talking about the game. You can always talk with mates on BetBall. Okay. And they've got daily challenges where you can win anything from 20 quid to £1,000. And if you place a fourfold bet, say during the World Cup, you have the chance to win an extra 100 quid. So it's something you should get involved with. In terms of the FA Cup, I was struggling.
We let Charles pick this bet because, as I say, I'm not too confident myself.
Yeah,
so.
And this is for Chelsea fans, isn't it?
So you go. Yeah, you crack on.
I think the Man United will score, and
undoubtedly,
I think their attack is very fearsome, especially if they're hitting their stride. So I think we're going to have to score multiple goals to win this game, especially in 90 minutes. So I have gone very goal heavy and a thrilling game, and if it is this,
It's a great day out.
I'll get you a drink, Soph, because
thank you.
I will have won the bet. I'm going Chelsea 3, Manchester United 2.
Excellent. Okay then, so guys, make sure you place your bets. I don't know if I'm going to go as goal heavy as Charlie, but I would love to see that sort of game. It'd be a pretty decent day out of Wembley, wouldn't it?
Let's have it.
Right, so there you have it. All our bets are placed. Comment below, let us know what your bets are. Let us know what you've done on Betball. Charlie, talk us through some of your fondest FA Cup memories. Not just finals, just memories.
Not just finals.
Yeah,
God, we could be here a while. Well, obviously Chelsea played Man United in the final twice before. The first time was not a good memory for Chelsea fans. I was only 4. They beat us 4-0 in 1994. But the thing I always remember about that game is my granddad always said he had a bet on Gavin Peacock to score the first goal. And when it was 0-0, we were actually playing really well. So he says, and Gavin Peacock hit the bar from 30 yards out, and he was going mad, thinking it was going to go in, and it hit the bar, and then they beat us 4-0. But on a much better note, in 2007 we played them again. It was the first final at the new Wembley, and it was a pretty dull game. Let's be fair. But Drogba scored the winner. That was a blinding day.
Any day with Drogba is a good day.
Fantastic goal. And in terms of other memories, I always remember us coming over there, coming from 2-0 down to beat Liverpool 4-2. It's one of my favourite Chelsea games of all time. Beating Tottenham 5-1 in the semi-finals. Unbelievably good.
Crazy.
As was
That's on my Instagram, that is.
Is it?
A little bit of that, yeah.
Oh, God knows what I was doing after that game. The Liverpool final that year as well. I think those few months in 2012, where we won the Champions League, beat Barcelona in the semi-final, beat Tottenham in the semi-final of the Cup, beat Liverpool. I don't think I'm ever going to get any happier than that.
No, there's been some great times, hasn't there? Just quickly, let's touch base then. Obviously, our game against Newcastle was horrendous.
Yep.
But do you think Conte made? I mean, I'm trying to get into his mindset now. Did he make those? I mean, did he play Bartley? Did he play in the hope that we save some energy for the cup final?
I think that's very generous. Basically, I don't know what he was doing. I haven't got a clue what he was doing.
I'm trying to put a positive spin on this, guys. Give us a little bit of hope going into this final.
You started out very depressed, so I'm very pleased that I've kept you up. So.
Yeah, I know you have a little bit. Yeah, I'm just hoping that we just show a little bit of fight in it. You know?
Yeah, of
that's
course.
all you can really hope for. I want us to play well.
We've got to, because Mourinho teams in cup finals, that's what they're all about. They will not care if they create 20 chances and play one.
Because I mean, think about it, for them,
they will just be looking to win.
Yeah, I mean, but finishing second and winning a trophy this season for United that's a decent season. That would be a decent season for Chelsea if you're falling behind Man City.
Well, look, I mean, this Man City team, they've ripped up the rule books, haven't they? I mean, if Man City hadn't had such a ridiculous season, I don't think people would be looking at Man United's season, for example,
as a horrendous one. No, that's what I mean. Exactly. It would be like a normal Premier League. Not normal, but yeah. I mean, it would be more or less.
But we can do it. We can do it. Whether we will or not, I'm not so sure, but we can.
We can. Right, Charlie's gone 3-2. Shall I give a prediction based on if we turn up?
Let's have it.
If we turn up, 2-1 Chelsea.
Yes.
Because I just see it being, but I do honestly believe it will go into extra time penalties, if anything. If anything, on a realistic note.
I'm not sure I can hope it.
And that's only because I think, like you say, it has the potential to be a really thrilling game, but it also has the potential to be one of those where it's really, really flat for quite a while, especially the first half. So I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that we really turn up for this game. We need to win. Chelsea fans need some sort of joy, some sort of good end to this season. And actually, it would be nice. It would be nice, considering Conte might not be here next season. At least he can go out on. I mean, it wouldn't be a high, but it would be better than fifth place.
He'd be going out on a high. Let's have it.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. Thank you to Betball again, Charlie. Fingers crossed.
Come on, Chelsea.
Me and Charlie aren't going to be sitting together at this final because every time we sit together we lose.
She's never allowed to sit with me again. She asks every week, and it's not.
Yeah, so if you wonder why me and Charlie aren't sat next to each other, it's because bad things happen, in terms of the game. Anyway, comment below, what's your score predictions, and we will see you all at the cup final on Saturday.
Come on, Chelsea.